Christian community in the South, in Florida. I've heard every racist joke that you can possibly think of, absurd, stereotypical trope. Explicitly, implicitly, it does not matter. I was taught all of these by the age of 15. In fact, when I was in the throes of addiction and I was homeless and I was at my most vulnerable moments, the only people that would take me in were these white Christians in our community, the wealthy businessman. And it was always contingent on me accepting their way of life and their way of thinking and their white Jesus. And for me at the time, it was literally survival, food and shelter, or this. And there was a time that I left my car in a predominantly black neighborhood when I was high on drugs. And this guy in our community who was taking care of me at the time, this wealthy businessman, this churchgoer, this church donor, this pastor, he took me to get my car, and it was late at night, and there were a lot of black people outside in the streets, and he said, you see, this is why they call them coons, because they come out at night. And back then I was so afraid to speak out. I carried so much shame and guilt from my addiction and from being in trouble and going to prison that I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. Well, today I give these people all the smoke. I still see all of these same exact people. And they try to remind me of my past. They try to make fun of me, shame and guilt me for being homeless in the streets, for being addicted to drugs, for going to prison. But nothing is more shameful than this. I would rather be homeless, addicted to drugs, in the streets, than be a supporter of Donald Trump. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much you proclaim to elevate the name of Jesus. I don't care how many times you tell me that you're not political. None of that matters. If you're still supporting this in 2026, you are a sick, evil, and horrible human being. And for those of you who are uncertain, for those of you who voted for Trump, but you're afraid to speak out now, know that it's okay to say that you messed up. You do not have to be this. You are better than this. There is no rational logic for this. There's no justification for this. If